Hi there. So in a few of the previous videos in this module, we've looked at HTML tags, and also what CMS is. And now I want to introduce you to a couple of CMS systems that we use a lot at Christian Aid. The first of which is Drupal. Drupal is primarily used as our front end, so it's used for developing our Christian Aid website. And I'm just going to quickly go in and show you how easy it is to develop some content for that website using Drupal. So I'm going to log in here. I'm logging into the Drupal system. And what I'm going to do is go to manage and then look at my content, which takes me to this page, which then allows me to scroll down and see some of the pages that have been created recently. So you can see, for example, here, there's been a page created about the Malawi food crisis. That's been set up as an appeal page. There's also a page being created related to site maintenance, the category of which is a basic page. But at the top here is a dummy CMS page, which I'll use for the purpose of this video. As you'll see, we've actually got that unpublished because we don't want this to be made available to the entire public. As I mentioned, Drupal is the way that we develop content for our Christian Aid website. So obviously that's an externally facing website. But just to show you how easy it is to create content for that page, I'll go into edit and I get taken to this edit basic page. In here, I can do a few things. I can link some URLs. I won't do that for now. What I can do is give the page a bit of a teaser summary. So I'll call it church fundraising. And I can add a teaser thumbnail, which is a very small image that will appear. I've got one here already, and I just add that image in, and that becomes part of the web page. Now here it asks for some alternative text. The reason for that is that, for example, if somebody's got a visual impairment, they won't be able to see that image. So it's good to have some text behind it to explain what it's about. So I'll just call it fundraising again. You just scroll down, there's a few other options. It allows me to add a banner for the page, which is an image that would go across the top. Again, I can browse to my images folder. Here I've got a fundraising banner. I'll just add that in. Now it's come up with an error message initially because it thought that the image was too big, but then the CMS system has managed to actually resize the image to fit the dimensions of the page. So again, it's something that I've not necessarily need to worry about myself. And as I scroll down a bit more, I come to this part, which is a really powerful piece, and it enables me to actually edit text, and that's done through something called a WYSIWYG editor. That stands for what you see is what you get. As you see here, it's written as WYSIWYG, and if I go into there, I can actually edit the content of that page. So I've actually preloaded this WYSIWYG editor with some content already, just to show you how easy it is to put content in, and I simply just typed this in previously and put a link in to just show you how that actually relates to some of the code that we looked at in the previous module, especially HTML. I can go click on this button here, which allows me to see the source, and in there you can actually see the underlying HTML that builds up the web page. So for example, if I just go back to the WYSIWYG editor, you see that fundraising program is in bold, and if I flick back into source, you can see that I've actually put the WYSIWYG editor has put a tag in there which makes a fundraising program appear as bold in the browser, and there's a sort of open bracket, strong close brackets, then the words, and then open bracket, and then / strong close bracket, which effectively tells the computer that that piece of text is in bold. A bit further down here, there's some code that tells the browser that you're linking. There's a link to an external website, and if I go back to the wizard editor, you'll see that appears as a normal link. So that's a very quick whistle-stop tour of the Drupal CMS and how to build up content in there. When you're finished, you can basically go down here and click save. In this case, I'll keep my page unpublished because I don't want it to be made externally available. Next, we'll look at how to do the same thing in SharePoint.